Hello everybody. In the last video, we actually used the crop tool, but I'm going to show you how to actually use the crop tool. So we didn't talk about how we used it. I just kind of used it randomly. So I still have the same image, and what I'm going to do is actually go back to the original image. There we go. Even the biggest version. Yeah, so there we go. So now we have this image, and what we're going to do is crop it. So let's say that I have the crop tool, and I want to take away some of the airspace above her head. So let's say I wanted to delete some of this, and I'll just bring this down some. Now, if I press enter, it's great, it's done. But let's say I wanted to then make my file a little bit larger without that extra space, and I want it to have a border around. Now, what's going to happen is this. I can't do that because I didn't have delete cropped pixels on at the time that I cropped it the first time. So I'm going to have to undo all of this. So I'm going to have to, you see this? I can just cancel out what I just did. So, and I'm going to undo the crop here in my history panel, and I'm going to do it the right way this time. This time I'm going to delete my cropped pixels and press enter. So this time when I use my crop tool, I'll have empty space. Now what's happening is this color back here is being displayed right here, which I personally don't like that. So when I press enter, I actually have this color there. That is a no-go for me. I don't like that. So instead of doing it that way, once I have this cropped properly, to make sure that that doesn't happen, I'll just uncheck delete cropped pixels because my pixels are already cropped. So now when I do this, I actually have transparency going on, and that's basically what I wanted. Now, let's say if I have this, I have this transparency going on and all that. That's well, and that's good and well and all. But what happens if I need my image to be this big at the top? Oh, I need um, that image back again. Let's say I need some extra space above her head again. There is a cool trick that I can do with my crop tool, and that's my content aware. And if I select that and pull this up slightly and press this check, or I can just press enter, notice that Photoshop is going to think a little bit and say, let me think about this. How am I going to do this? Here we go. Bam. Now, did it bring back the original? No, it did not. What it did was make a calculated guess on how to add or how to fill in that space. So, and the reason I call it a calculated guess is because if I do that in certain spaces, like all around, you'll notice that the results will be a little bit different. So let's look at this extra wine glass over here that kind of fades off into nothing. This line that's created right here on this tree, these light bulbs that are kind of floating in space, and let's look at that leg. Looks like she has a medical issue. that has not been treated. So let's not use that tool without precaution. Okay, so you can't just use that to fix anything and everything. You have to use it sparingly. Okay, so that is pretty much what I want you to know about the crop tool and how to use it. So yeah,